Well, hello there, family. I didn't see you there.
Oh my God.
And welcome back to another edition of Midweek Moment with the Crenshaws.
Midweek Moment with the Crenshaw, y'all.
I am your host, Sanchez Crenshaw. Yes. And as always, I am joined by the absolute best part of my day. The apple of my eye.
I am.
The wind beneath my wings. The rib that completes me.
He's completed, amen. He's completed, people. He's completed.
Jennifer to my Benjamin.
And I don't know these people.
You don't know Jennifer Sisko?
Who?
Jennifer Sisko.
No.
Benjamin Sisko.
No.
Captain Benjamin Sisko.
Is this? I'm always thinking you think about a cop show. So is this NCIS? Or
No, it's not NCIS. It's not a cop show.
Miami PD.
No. Well, put it to you, it's not set on Earth.
What?
It's not set on Earth.
Oh, then I don't know. I don't know.
How don't you know?
Because I don't know.
I've only watched the entire series about 7 times.
Star Trek.
There you go. But which one? Come on.
The first one.
Wow. Not the original.
The first one.
No, that was Kirk and
Is this
Spock.
like supposed to be like Benjamin Picard?
No, Benjamin Picard.
Who? Okay, who?
First of all, don't ever.
I'm trying
don't
to
you
figure out.
ever.
Is this one like William Shatner?
Disrespect Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Don't you ever
Okay.
disrespect him.
Okay, well,
No.
what are we talking about?
First of all, William Shatner, that's the original captain. That's
Okay,
Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
That's Kirk and Spock and Bones.
Good day to you.
See, there you go. You're being disrespectful again. You're being so disrespectful.
You out here. Okay, I'm being serious.
And then
okay,
you have Jean-Luc Picard,
Mm-hmm.
which is also, he was the captain of the Enterprise, a different version of the Enterprise.
Okay, and here we go.
Which he had Will Riker
Where is Benjamin?
as his number one.
But where's Benjamin?
And then you had Data.
But we're not going to talk about Benjamin.
You had
Your question was
you had
about
everyone's
Benjamin.
favorite Geordie,
Baby, but your question was about Benjamin.
Benjamin Sisko.
Okay, where he at?
Deep Space Nine, man.
Oh, you got their books too.
I got the books.
Yeah.
I've watched the series about 9 times,
Okay,
every episode.
Okay, let's clear it up. Rewind. Okay, ask me the question again.
I'm not doing this with you.
No, ask me the question.
The Jennifer to my Benjamin.
Deep Space Nine.
Family welcome. Family just welcome.
What's going on, family?
Family
What
just-
is going on, guys? I am Angela Crenshaw, guys. What
This is crazy.
is going on?
Family that is my wife. Family that's my wife.
I was on Star Trek. How you get to Deep Space Nine?
Because
is it Deep
it's
Space Nine?
Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It
All right.
was-
I mean, you have the book.
This is crazy. It's literally in my collection.
I know it is in your
This is
collection,
family.
but it's not in mine. So it's not that it's not important to me because it's important to you.
That's what you're about to say.
I
You're about to
wasn't.
say it's not
I was-
important to you.
I
And
caught
my little heart was going to be crushed.
No, I'm saying it's important
Because I
to you.
make sure things that are important to you are important to me.
You do. Come
So-
on, somebody. So what I want to do is make sure. So that's how I remember the books. Listen,
Family,
li-
before I continue
yes,
and finish off the welcome,
Lord, for the
I
rest
just
of my
want to say
days.
for the
Yes.
family
Go ahead.
that knows the word of prayer, I ask that you pray for me, family. Just send up. Just stop what you're doing right now. Unless you're driving. Don't stop driving. But just stop momentarily for what you're doing right now. And just send up. Intercede for me, family. Is what I'm
So
asking
should we
right
do
now.
like a moment of prayer right now? Be quiet, like a
I'm just
silent.
but see,
Is we doing a silent
but
moment?
the
right now?
person I need prayer in relation to is the one that's talking right now.
Baby,
Yes,
there's
ma'am.
no way. I mean, I saw the books, but you talking about like
Okay.
Deep Space Nine.
But how? Okay. Here's the problem I have with you.
Okay, let's talk about that.
And we're gonna.
Wait, first of all, what do you mean you have a okay? Whoa,
Yeah, I got a problem.
whoa.
This
player.
we right now we off script, we off course
Okay, what problem you have?
because I got problems.
Okay, go ahead.
And here's the problems I got.
Carry on.
See, my problems with you is really simple. Because part of what I do
Right.
with my training, talking about my professional life.
Okay.
You know, I always talk to you about what I do with my classes and when I do courses. I always have those conversations with you. And
I'm involved.
You're involved from the beginning to end.
Yeah.
And I always talk about the icebreakers that I do. Right. I always talk about them because there's always one icebreaker I always do.
Superheroes.
It's fictional characters and or superheroes.
Yes, you do.
Because here's the thing, family, whether you realize it or not, and I don't have a degree in this, but I had a degree in life. And I figured some things out.
Okay, figure.
Because here's the question, family. I asked everyone the same question.
Mm-hmm.
I asked them that. Any fictional character,
Right.
whether it's a movie, whether it's a book, whether it's a comic, whatever, television show, whatever. If you could be any fictional character, who would it be and why?
Right.
That is the question.
That's the question.
And your answer truly does dictate a lot about your personality and who you are as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And my answer is always the same. It is always Commander/Captain Benjamin Sisko. That is always my answer. You know this. As much as I talk about it, you know this.
Did you say Benjamin Sisko? I think you just said Benjamin.
And then
Jennifer.
I said, right, and then I said.
Was it Jennifer?
Yes, it was Jennifer.
And so at that point, how do I know what you're talking about, babe?
But then I said Jennifer Sisko, Benjamin Sisko.
See, maybe
and then I said Captain Benjamin
I think
Sisko.
maybe you would have said Benjamin Sisko first before Jennifer Sisko. I
Nah,
probably would have.
dog.
It would have gelled.
First of all, and
But
then doing it that
it
way.
didn't gel. It didn't gel.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move on because before I flip this whole studio over, we just gonna move on because I feel a rage.
I'm here. Okay, here's the thing. That will never happen again.
Don't lie.
I'm talking about this particular question.
Don't lie.
No, I'm not talking about
Don't
not
lie.
understanding some of your trivia questions.
Man, here's
but
the thing.
this particular question won't happen again. I got you.
No, actually,
I'm here for it.
I think what I'm gonna do is this.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna stop asking the trivia questions. I think I'm going to.
No, it's helping me.
No, it's not. And here's why. Here's why. I think I'm going
No,
to.
it's helping me.
Because each and every week,
Yes.
twice a week,
Twice.
I realize something.
Yes, your blood pressure go up.
That too.
Uh-huh.
But you don't love me like you say you do.
I do love you.
You don't love me like you say you do.
I do love you like I said.
What was that?
That's what I said.
Family. Welcome, family.
I do love you like I said.
I welcome you, family. Family, send up your
I
love
don't even know what that noise was.
and your prayers because I
Right.
needs them.
Pray for the Crenshaw Corner.
No. Pray for the Crenshaw in the Crenshaw corner because I am the Crenshaw. She is the corner. Pray for the Crenshaw.
Nobody put baby in the corner. Nobody put baby in the
Family is always welcome.
Whatever.
Welcome to the craziness that we call Crenshaw Corner.
Yes.
If it's your first time listening,
Welcome.
this is what you get.
Welcome. This is the rabbit hole that my husband goes down.
Nah, you ain't gonna blame this one on me.
Because, baby, go ahead.
I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
So, family, if this is your first time listening, however you're listening,
Welcome to
whether it's
the
on
podcast.
iTunes, whether it's Podbean, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Amazon Music, whether it's Google Play, whether it's iHeartRadio,
Come on now.
or via our own personal website at
Yes.
www.thecrenshawcorner.com.
Yes, it is.
We thank you guys so much for listening.
We love you guys so much.
For our returning family members, you already know how we feel about
Yes.
you. The returning family members, you put up with my wife's crazy,
I'm not even gonna discuss this.
and you come back for more, and we appreciate that.
I am Pete the Cat today.
Weird.
It is all good.
We're going to explain in a moment, family, because the Crenshaws are living a Pete the Cat philosophy in
cat
life. We're going
philosophy.
to explain that in a moment. But as always, we just welcome you. We thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to the cookout. Make sure you bring some aluminum foil so you can wet bag.
Take some with
So you can take something with you.
Yes.
Now, family, for those of you who are kind of unaware of that particular phrase /
Hold on,
slogan,
did we
What's up?
thank the returners?
we did, baby. I just spent about 45 seconds thanking the returning family members.
Was I here?
I don't know where you were, but I was here.
Okay.
said.
I did because I started singing. Okay, I felt
Welcome,
good.
because once again, you don't listen when I talk. You so busy singing. I'm talking to
I
the
was
family. You singing over me.
I was giving them my vocals. I was singing.
Nobody asked for them though.
Yes.
Nobody asked for them.
Welcome to the podcast.
And you gonna do it again, huh?
Because I don't know if they really heard it.
They did.
Because you were speaking.
They ignored it.
Okay, great.
May I continue?
Consent.
Because we are still
Not you. Consent.
we are 73 minutes into a 30-minute podcast,
We are not.
and we still doing opening.
No, carry on. No, I'm listening.
Are you sure?
I'm listening. I'm here for it.
So, family, we just thank you.
Family, we thank you.
This is crazy.
Go ahead.
Family, we consider ourselves an interactive podcast.
You didn't even know what to do, did you?
So you threw me off. So what that means is that we can be found on the socials. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook, all in the Crenshaw Corner. And, of course, you can email us at any time at thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. Once again, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. And my thought was family. So when you hear the phrase, bring some aluminum foil, so you can take something with you. Because that's what I was doing before my wife just rudely interrupted me.
I'm never rude though.
Oh, you just rudely interrupted me.
I know. I come in and help you.
Is that what we call
I
it?
complete your sentence.
Is that what we call it?
Yes.
But if I've only got one word into my sentence, how are you completing it?
Because we're so in tune, baby. Like, if they knew how in tune we were.
Yet again, I can't even complete this thought. Yet again.
Okay, go ahead.
So, family, when you hear us say, bring some aluminum foil so you can take something with you, that's in reference to simply this. As you can see, my wife is completely off the rails. Completely. So she will go down 13 different rabbit holes. And we'll tell you ahead of time what we're going to attempt to talk about.
Yeah.
But my wife will take us somewhere totally different.
That was you and Benjamin.
But with that being said, we bring fun. We hope we bring laughter. We hope we bring joy. But one of the things we always try to do is bring perspective. We always try to give you and leave you with a different perspective, a different way to look at things.
Right.
So we say, bring your aluminum foil so you can take something with you.
Yes.
So you can take that nugget, that thought, that idea. You can take it with you when you leave.
Yes, and unwrap it and see
unwrap it later.
if it can help for a situation that you're in. Yeah.
You know, be like the auntie at the cookout. Put it in your pocketbook. Pull it out when you need it.
Pull it out when
you need it.
nibble. Nibble.
So, family, it is that time. We are, which is crazy. We are.
Day.
It is Wednesday. We're in the last week of April.
Oh, my gosh.
And, family, we're going to let you in on a little secret.
Yeah.
April for the Crenshaw Corner did not necessarily go to plan.
I was gonna actually say that too.
Yeah.
But go ahead. I was gonna put them to the. I was gonna open the door for
Yeah,
them. Let
we
them know
gon-
what really happened.
We're going to bring behind the scenes in front of the
Yeah,
scenes.
we ain't gonna tell you what happened to them. We're just gonna tell you some stuff happened.
Yeah, no, we're not going to give no names or nothing, but family would. Okay, so when we began April, we said, you know, April is going to be passion. Our theme for the month is going to be about passion.
Yes.
Ange and I are going to have a lot of great conversations.
Yeah.
We're going to have some very special guests that's going to come in and speak to different forms of passion. And then April came, and if you notice, family, you really only heard from Angela and myself.
And I think Morgan did passion.
Morgan did one.
Yeah.
Morgan did one.
Okay, I think so.
She did.
Yeah.
We opened up with her, actually. But what happened, family, to be honest,
Quay.
we did Quay. So we had two.
We had two. But that's not how it was supposed to go, y'all.
No, we were supposed to have just a plethora.
A
cornucopious.
3 couples.
Yes.
To actually.
A cornucopious of guests for you. Yes. But unfortunately, family, what happened is that our wonderful guest contracted COVID. And they were sick. Let me stop there for a moment. They were covered through prayers and through, you know, the prayers of the righteous will avail.
Yes.
You know, they recovered and they are all healed.
Amen.
They've all recovered.
Yeah, they're good.
You know, they're on the backside of it. They're still having some lingering effects of it, but they're out of the woods, so to speak. And so they're doing well.
Right.
But because of that, though, that of course interfered with the schedule that we had.
Yeah, 2 couples, not one, 2 couples, which was weird.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So that's kind of why things got. So if you were looking, you know, like, I know y'all say you're going to have guests, but this is why. So April was a little different for us.
And the fact was like, I know y'all said y'all was going to have the After Dark.
Yeah.
What's happening right now? So yeah.
So the After Dark episode is coming.
In May.
It is coming.
May or June.
It's coming. We just got to get our family healthy again.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then once they get healthy, then we'll take it from there. But like I said, so just wanted to bring you a little bit about what happened.
Exactly.
And why, you know, things did change for the Crenshaw Corner. But family, we are going to end this month talking about passion.
Yeah, we are.
So, and my beautiful wife has a topic. I'm going to be honest. I have no idea what it is.
Well, it's actually not a topic.
It's not a topic. What is it?
It's a question.
There we go again. You love them questions.
Well, the crazy part about it is the question that was actually asked to us was actually something that one of the couples were actually going to talk about, to be honest. And so I thought that was really good. That was right on time. Thank you, Lord. And so the question it was, when you have passion for one thing and your spouse have passion for another thing, and y'all are both going gun-ho for those 2 passions, how do you reconnect? How do you stay connected if you're like, if I'm going gun-ho for one thing and you're going gun-ho for one thing, and I mean, because the thought is to be successful in those things, and we burning the midnight oil, you know, we're doing everything, every waking moment is doing that. I'm just ad-libbing from the question.
I know.
Every waking moment, then how do you still keep your passion going, because you got so much passion that you're doing for your own self? How do you guys get together?
Oh wow, okay, I like that.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah, ooh. Because
Yeah.
it's a little easier. Okay, so if both of us are bakers and we both want to open a cupcake stand or open up a bakery,
Right.
It's easy for us to buckle down together, make cupcakes together, design them together, open up the business together, make a business plan together.
Right.
That's easy to do.
Right.
But from what I'm understanding is, one, if you want to make cupcakes, but I want to sell houses.
Right.
That's two totally different fields.
Two different fields, and you running after that bad boy.
And which both take a lot of time.
Yeah.
A lot of study, a lot of time. Oh, wow. I like that. Okay, what you got for the family then, babe? I like that.
What's your thoughts on it, though?
Ooh, I think, okay, first of all, and when I say this, all right, we're going to have adult conversation.
Baby, don't we always have adult?
No, we're going to have real adult conversation.
We're not being real adults.
Yeah, but I'm going to talk about people right now, though.
Who you talking about?
I'm going to talk about some people right now.
Okay, go ahead.
I think the first thing you have to do is that you both have to be adults. And when I say that, I mean not physically, not chronologically, but mentally. You both have to be adults.
Yeah.
You both have to have a mature mindset to understand that if you're going to do this thing, there's going to be sacrifices.
Right.
There's going to be sacrifices for you personally, and there's going to be sacrifices within the relationship.
Okay.
And each individual has to be mature enough to handle those particular sacrifices.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is that because if you're a person that always wants to be under your spouse or always under your significant other, you're going to have to sacrifice the fact that no, there's going to be times that you're not going to be able to do that. There's going to be times where you may have to go to bed alone because they're still up studying or they're still up researching or they're still up doing something, or they may have to wake up early, and leave to get some stuff done. You have to be mature to have that conversation to understand that to be able to do this thing, it is no knock on you. It is not a bad reflection on you, but there's going to be some things that they have to do that you may not be able to be a part of.
Yeah, I got that. I think the key is communication, that you both sit down, because we're talking about both people running after their passion at the same exact time.
Right.
So you're going to have that communication. There's going to have to be some things worked out. And what happens is, I would say this, do not husband, wife, significant other, engagee, however that works.
Engagee?
Engagee.
You just be making up titles out here.
I know.
Engagee.
All
right.
But don't give up your passion because you're not spending enough time with your significant other, you know? Because if you give up your passion and just go gun-ho for his, per se, because you want to see him flourish, that's not good, because you're going to become resentful, bitter, and you're going to be really, really unhappy. So go after yours just as much as he is going after his, and vice versa.
I was about to say that because I wanted to just add a little something to that, because the common misconception is always kind of that, and I know you didn't mean anything by it, but that's normally the common misconception. It's normally, well, the man chasing and the woman following, or the man chasing and the woman being supportive. It's a lot of the times, it's the other way around too. Yeah, it's the woman chasing or the woman, building, and the man has to be supportive. The man has to follow. The man has to be there to pick up some pieces, where some things may fall short because she is out there hustling. She's out there grinding. That's when the maturity comes in.
Yeah, you have to be mature for, but you have to also understand that you don't give up yours, right? Because it's getting hard. That's when the maturity comes in. At, well, you know what? I don't spend no time with him, and we don't never see each other. I'm just gonna put my stuff on the back burner. That's either one,
right?
Husband or wife? No, absolutely not. You both grind, because if you don't, you're going to be very unhappy. Like you said, you're going to be looking at him or her like, oh, you got somewhere else to go. You got something. You have to have something that belongs to you,
right? If
you want this passion in your marriage, because I think we talked about it either Friday or last Wednesday, that you're your most sexiest when you're doing exactly what you love to do.
When you're walking in your purpose, you are sexy when you walk in your purpose.
Exactly. So you have to understand that. But what I will say is you can do is, if you can be mature enough to sit down and go, okay, this is how much we're grinding.
Right.
This is what we're doing. So do we wake up early in the morning, 30 minutes early than we normally would, just to, ooh, I hit the mic. Ooh, he rolled his eyes at me, y'all.
Just keep going.
I'm a hand mover. Anybody who knows me know I'm a hand mover. Okay, let me try to put my hands down. But like, and say, do we get up early in the morning, a half an hour early, just so we can spend time together and have coffee?
Right.
And have a discussion? Or when everything is done, do we have a time frame, which has to work for me and you, where we have a time frame, we got to go, okay, after 7, that's it. That's that. No. No more work, no more this, no more grinding, because it has to be a time for you too, because you're basically going after what you're going after for each other. So you can't forget each other while you're going in the process, right? So then you might be like, okay, 7 o'clock is our shutdown time. Or if it's not your shutdown time, 7 to 8 is our time just to be together, and then I go back and grind. Right. You have to be able to sit down and write this stuff out, like you said, and be mature enough to do those things to make sure and to ensure that the passion is still in your marriage, and that the things that you're running after passionately does not take the passion from your marriage.
Right. You and I are so simpatico sometimes, because exactly what you were talking about. You
always be using big words.
I don't even know if I use it right, but it's okay.
Because I use engagey, so now you jealous. But go ahead.
So here we go. The one thing with that as well, and you touched on it, you said without saying it, there has to be a schedule to be able to do this. So the question is, when two people are going after two different passions, how do they keep the passion within their relationship? Sometimes you got to schedule that passion. Yeah. You got to organize it.
Pencil that bad.
You got to pencil it in. So the same way that you pencil in that meeting, the same way that you pencil in that, you're going to look at this property, or you're taking this course, or whatever you're doing, whatever your passion is, you also pencil in and schedule that time to spend with your spouse. Yeah. So like Andrew's talking about, so if 7 to 8, from 7 to 8, you can't do anything else. You disconnect from everything. You can't take a phone call. You can't be on a Zoom meeting. You can't respond to a text. You put your phone in do not disturb. And everyone understands that from this time, from 7 to 8, this is a meeting time for me.
Right, exactly.
Just like.
And that's good. Put it as a meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
because
good, babe.
Here's the thing. My family that's in corporate America, that's working from home, about the Zoom meetings. So if you work in Microsoft Teams, you know that when you're in a meeting, your status says busy. It says in a meeting. It's red.
Do not disturb.
Telling people that within this block of time, you can't be disturbed.
Right.
You do the same with your spouse. What you do is that's 7 to 8. You know that this is a meeting.
Right.
This is a urgent, important meeting.
Right.
That can't be changed. That can't be disturbed. No phone calls, no texts, no emails, no kids, no nothing. Right. And that time, we're blocked, and so that way, when you're going through your day, A, you got something to look forward to.
Absolutely.
And then B, you still have that support and that connection that you're not missing.
Absolutely. You put your feet up and watch something cheesy on TV, eat some ice cream together, whatever it is for that 1 hour, or for the rest of that day. If you say, okay, I'm stopping my time for the rest of the day. I think another thing that you need to understand too is that it is so good to make your significant other your spouse, part of what you're doing.
Yes.
So if you're like you said, if he's selling houses, why not be like, hey babe, look at this flooring, look at this house. What are your thoughts? What do you think when you see this house, or how do you feel when you see this house? Or can you ride with me real quick to go look at this house before I get buyers in it, or help me put it together, or whatever? Because let me tell you something, you have a huge resource sitting right in front of you, and
you do,
and your significant other and your spouse, a huge resource. And so you want to get them involved, not where they taking over, but just making them, because when Sanchez does something, I want to be involved. Even if he asks me one simple question, because sometimes when he asks me one simple question and it leads to one thing, and all these ideas come up out of nowhere that we never even thought about. It opens up another thought. Exactly. Yeah. So make sure that you're bouncing stuff off of each other for the things that you're going after passionately. Seriously.
I love that, babe, because one of the things with that is that understanding, just because you may be running after a different passion does not mean that your significant other cannot be involved.
Right.
What happens is the reason that people pull apart is because we start just compartmentalizing everything.
Yeah.
So, okay, I because you're a baker and I'm a realtor, so you won't understand what I do. So therefore,
what I do or what I'm going through.
Yeah, or what I'm going through. Exactly. So I'm not going to include you. I'm not going to have those conversations. I'm just going to tell you, well, I don't want to talk about it or whatever.
Right.
And instead of saying, well, babe, this is what's going on.
Right.
And just involving them. How do you keep the passion in your relationship? Is that you involve your spouse in every aspect of what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to something I've said before. And I have to admit it that unfortunately, even in 2021, some men still don't understand this concept, is that your wife is your best friend. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can have guy friends and everything and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, your spouse should be your best friend. That is your ride or die.
Right.
That is the person that you go through everything with. You go through the fire with. You go through the battle with. So include them. Have those conversations with them.
Yeah.
Sit down and say, well, babe, this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You're not looking for approval. You're not looking for them to sign off. But what you're looking for is just you're looking for a person to vent to open up to.
Right. And for you to listen, even if you don't even understand what your significant other is talking about, to be a listening ear. Because sometimes all they want is someone to vent to and to be a listening ear. Another thing that I thought of too, I was thinking of, because that's stuff that you do a lot with me.
What I do
is just like purchasing little things for what the other person is doing. Like if you're selling houses, all right, here, baby, here's a pack of pens. Here's some pens that say "Dream On," I believe, or putting your name on a pen and giving it to you. So when you go out, or if I'm baking cupcakes, okay, baby, I got you a spatula with your name on it. Like you can do it, whatever. Those little things too keeps passionate, because that means you love me enough that you want to invest in me, because that's what that is. Yeah. Not only invest in time, but investing some money and saying, hey, I bought you a spatula. I love the way you do stuff, and I just wanted you to have your own. And a lot of times when I'm doing something, you do a lot of things like that. You be like, hey, babe, I thought about you. Here's a book, or here's a notebook, or here's something. I thought about you because of what you're doing. And that makes a difference. I remember when I was doing the meditation course, and I remember I came home and he was like, babe, I bought you a Yeti so you can go on YouTube and nobody got to see the microphone and they can hear you clearly. That was an investment, and that he believed in the passion and what I was doing. And he believed that it would do what it needed to do, and I think that a lot of times that's something that's going to keep the passion going, because again, you're telling them, I believe in you. Yeah. Not only I'm believing you, I'm going to help purchase some stuff for you to be even better at what you're doing, because that's how much I believe in what you're doing.
To go along with that as well, how do you keep passion in a relationship when you're chasing two different dreams? You put aside your own insecurity, because sometimes what happens is that we allow our own insecurity to get in the way of us showing support to someone else. Yeah, because we don't quite understand the vision, because we don't quite understand what they're trying to accomplish or what they're trying to do. Right. So therefore, because we don't quite understand it, and we can't wrap our minds around it, then we don't give it the full support, or even, God forbid, we start belittling what they're doing, and we start to undercut what they're doing. And sometimes it's so unconscious that we don't even realize we're doing it. Yeah. And we're speaking negative. Well, why are you doing that? And why are you doing it this way? And is this even going to work? And
does it take all
Does it really take all that?
Right.
And what I need people, especially right now, I'm talking to the women folk of the family. I need you to understand that I don't care how tough you think your husband is. I don't care if he's an MMA cage fighter. I don't care if I don't care if he was a Green Beret, Red Beret, and all the martial arts in the military, Navy SEALs, SEAL 16. I don't care what he is. Right. You can hurt him by simply your words.
Yeah, especially because
you can cut him deeply by simply your words.
Especially wives and significant others, because they want you to be their biggest cheerleaders. And when you say stuff like that, you not only cut them, but you make them now think about what they're doing, and change lanes sometimes, or change perspective, or feel so bad about what they're doing, or they stop believing in themselves. So you have to be so careful what you say. And the same thing with husbands. You have to be so careful because when someone is running after their passion, they are sensitive anyway.
Very sensitive.
Very sensitive, because they're saying, I want this to work so bad. I believe that God gave me this vision. I believe I'm grabbing hold and I'm going. But the least little thing that somebody say who's supposed to love you and care for you, say one thing, it'll make you, and it could be not even it could be your mother, your brother, one of your kids, and it changes the course. If you're not careful, it'll change the course of what you're going after.
So even if initially, if you don't believe in the vision or the dream or the passion itself, believe in the person.
Yeah. Oh, that's good, babe.
Believe in them.
Yeah, believe in them.
Believe and lift them up.
Right.
And speak to them.
Right.
And make sure that they're growing, and make sure that they feel supported, so they can get to the point where you start seeing the vision clearly.
Yeah.
You know, so like I said, so even if you don't believe in the passion, just believe in them.
Just believe in them. And I think too, when you're talking about being passionate and bringing two passions together as well, sometimes what I've found out that those two passions can actually go together, to be honest.
Yeah, they can.
And I'll tell you why. Let's say you selling houses, right? Okay. And I'm doing cupcakes. Well, how about I make some cupcakes so that you can take to your next open house? You know what I'm saying? And then there's my card, because again, remember, we're in this together. We're a team.
Oh yeah.
We are an absolute team. So you take the cupcakes to your open house. You have my card there. And so people know how to get they enjoy the cupcakes. I get more business. We get more business. Does that make sense?
And it makes perfect sense.
Same thing with me with the cupcakes. Okay, I'm making my cupcakes. I need a building. Well, who better to find me a building as I grow but you? Who else would I ask to find me a building or show me where I can go to have buildings or whatever the case is? Or when I'm in a group of other people or other bakers and they're like, you know what, I need a standalone building. There you are. I got your card and I'm ready to go. And I think people need to, that's even sexy. That's even passion. Like, my husband believes so much in me that they give him my card out. We're like, hey, my wife got the best cupcakes. Y'all out here playing games. Or my husband can find you exactly what you need. That's with passion. That's sexy. That's when you really be like, I got you. Like, I so got you. So I really believe no matter what two passions that you're running after, you can join those two passions together. And because again, we're one team.
I'm glad you said that. I'm going to use an analogy real quick. Mm-hmm. So you have a football team, right? Mm-hmm. And on the football team, there's typically a 53 man roster, right? There's different positions. Everyone does something different. Mm-hmm. So you have the quarterback, and then you have a punter. Mm-hmm. So those two positions can't be any different from each other.
Right.
You know, you have the quarterback who is leading your offense, who, you know, is making decisions on the fly, who puts you in a position to win or lose the game. Mm-hmm. You have a punter where that person may not even play an entire game.
Right.
Because depending on how the plays go, you know? So even though they're in totally different positions, even though their individual goals are different, their overall goal is the same. How do I improve the team? Yeah. How do I make the team better? Right. How do I put the team in the best position to win? To win. And that's what you have to do when you're a husband and wife and you're traveling in different circles and you're doing different things for different passions. You have to remember that A, you're on the same team. Yes. That B, even though your individual position and individual goals may be different, your overarching goal is the same. Right. How do I improve the overall team? Right. How does what I do bring success to the overall team? Right. How do I make sure the overall team wins? Right. And I think if married couples would keep that mentality in mind, that yes, what we want individually may be different, right? But our overarching idea is the same. It's always the same. I want you to be successful. Right. You want me to be successful. Right. We want the Crenshaw team to be successful. That's right. So what can we do to make sure the Crenshaw team is successful? Successful, right. That makes sense. It makes absolute sense. I think the last thing that I'll say in reference to this, because I know it's supposed to be a big moment. Yeah. But when you want to keep passion and you want to keep love in your marriage, when you see the other one, this is where it's going to get hard. This is where maturity and you got to buckle down. When you see the other one slacking off on their passion, say something. Oh, yeah. Don't just let them slack off. Just don't let them, if you see them being down and feeling disappointed or whatever, say something. Yeah. Be encouraging. Push. What can I do? Give me some flyers. Let me hand them out. Whatever. Don't let them stay, because again, we are one team. Don't let them stay stagnant. And when you see that happening, you have to say something. Usually if I see Sanchez stagnant or he see me stagnant, we'd be like, so what happened to so-and-so you were supposed to do today? And there'd be some rolling of the eyes, be like, oh, are you paying attention? God dang it. And he'll say something like, I'm going to get to it later. I'm like, what time is later? You know what I'm saying? Like, give me a time frame for later. Yeah. What is that? 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock? Because I need to know. That's where the passion, because again, it shows that whatever that's important to him is important to me. And I'm on a winning team, and I'm not going to let him lose. I'm not going to let him stop because it's hard. I'm not going to let him not do something that he wants to do because it's difficult, because it's hard, because he's sleepy, or because it's challenging. I think that's where the love comes in at too. You know, I think that's where the push needs to come in. That's where the maturity needs to come in at as well. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Was that your final thought, babe? I don't know yet. Say your final thought. Wow, here we go again. So it's going to be 19 final thoughts. It's okay. Just a paragraph of final thoughts.
Yes, and Mom, let me just go in my final thought Rolodex. You keep talking.
Wow. So family,
Noise.
I'm gonna leave. I don't know what just happened, family. I don't know. So my final thought is gonna be really simple, family. Just remember that you're on the same team.
Yeah.
That's it. So yes, it's gonna be hard. Just be an adult about it. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some sacrifices that have to be made. But the end result, the end goal is the same. We want success for the team.
Yeah.
I want my wife to be successful. She wants her husband to be successful. And as a family, we want to be successful.
Yeah.
So just remember, even though you may be pushing in two different directions, you're on the same team, working for the same goal.
Yeah. I think my final word will be from one of the most famous lines from one of the greatest movies ever made.
Uh-oh, I'm listening.
Drumline. One band,
one sound.
One sound. We are one band, one sound. At the end of the day, whatever reflects on him, bad or good, it reflects on me, and vice versa. So let's make it good. One band, one sound.
Actually, thank you, because that's going to be the title of this one.
Is it?
Midweek moment, one band, one sound.
One band, one sound. Oh my gosh, family.
Yeah,
that
so
went
family.
so fast. I got so much more to say.
Nah, we ain't got nothing to say. This is a midweek
You don't.
moment.
I have something
and
to
we
say.
go keep it as a moment. Family, we thank you for listening. We thank you for being a part. However you're listening, whether it's on iTunes, whether it's Podbean, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Google Play, whether it's Amazon Music, whether it's iHeartRadio, on our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com. As always, we consider ourselves an interactive podcast, which means we can be found on the socials. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, all in the Crenshaw Corner. And of course, you can email us at any time at thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. Once again, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. And as always, family, welcome to our journey.
We love you guys. Bye.